what this once proud and profitable company sorely needs. What was once a captivating, trend-setting program has now deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Pay-per-view buy rates, plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for and care for. No wonder you're not cheering. You can care less about every single idiot in that dressing room.
Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
We are live from the frozen tundra known as the United States of America as the entire country freezes itself over. Horrific. People seeing snow for the first time in forever. Dangerous ice conditions. Certainly dangerous ice conditions where I live because I almost died tonight. And we'll talk about that later. But as I sit here in pain, I beg for your forgiveness as I was distracted. I saw half of Raw, and the other half of Raw I was sort of distracted with my own problems and being injured. If you've ever seen my front porch steps, which tons of the Doxers have for sure, you would know that I slipped from the top of them and fell. And my house kind of is on a hill, so the front of my whole front steps area goes down like this, and then there's a hill downward, and it's quite the drop, man. And I'll tell you what, when you're walking down the steps and down the hill, and if there's ice, like, you could just go flying. Like, it's actually a pretty goddamn dangerous front yard, to be honest. But that being said, I did see most of Raw. I just, most of it I just couldn't really put my head together on, and I just sort of felt kind of like, something would start and I'd be like, I don't care about this, and then like it'd be over and I'd be like, I don't think I learned anything. Was there a point to this? I don't even know. And
you nailed that. That was the problem with the whole night.
Like, what?
From start to finish, it was just, there was no reason to care. Why do they have these guys in the Elimination Chamber? All right, they're former world champs, but the only one that kind of felt relevant was Orton.
Right.
And then Orton takes his time to stroll and saunter into the ring rather than rush in and pin McIntyre, who was on his ass.
Right.
He's letting him recover and recuperate, and then Orton got counted out, so twice he looks like a moron.
He looks like a dumbass, yeah. Or I mean, they could have built more that,
But that's what I'm saying, but they took the most over competitor that they had in the match and ruined him twice in the one night. That was pretty much, the epitome of this night. Anything decent, they ruined. Started off where Drew cut this really interesting, complex, in the sense of like a different side of him promo. He was pissed off. He was irate. He wasn't in the mood for the Miz. You cut me off, you're going to have consequences. Cut him off. He headbutts him and takes off. Like, that was a different side of Drew. A serious, no crap given champ. And I was like, I am all about this. This is great. And then the Miz cuts a really good promo and logically backs out so that he can go ahead and have his best friend replace him. So Miz says, I still have a title shot with the briefcase, and now I'm giving my best friend a title shot. He'll get my shot in the Elimination Chamber.
Right.
Perfect. Makes sense. So far, really decent opening. Everything makes sense. From that moment on, everything fell apart and sucked.
Yeah.
They literally booked themselves into a corner so many times tonight for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, this was all kinds of running around for nothing tonight. It was
Exactly.
just,
They
hell?
took like 6 steps to they went the extra mile, but without actually making an effort. It was very weird. Like they tried to do some things and build up some stories, but it's so late in those regards, it doesn't really work. And then the other people were absent, so it didn't feel right, and it just really was sloppy and all over the place. And I know, Cornette always says that no DQ is lazy booking. Well, to me, a gauntlet match is the ultimate lazy booking. Anytime they have an hour or plus to fill and they don't know what to do, they do a gauntlet match.
Mm-hmm.
And we established and got nothing out of tonight. Had Sheamus turned on Drew tonight, like I had suggested weeks ago, and not because it's my idea, that's not, there's better ideas. If someone pitched one, go for it. But having him already turned didn't make sense for the reasons that he turned when Drew gave him the title match. So why would he go against his friend when he said, yes, I'll give you the title fight?
Right.
So everybody's motivation sucks. Then he pins Drew, and it's supposed to be this big accomplishment, but Drew was in the ring 45 minutes already at that point. He's beat up, and so it's not a real accomplishment. So Sheamus doesn't look better. He wasn't, there's no shocking angle because no one turned. There's no takeaway from this. No one looks good. Randy Orton looks like an idiot. You had Kofi win earlier to lose afterwards. So the momentum you gave him damaged it by having him be included in the freaking gauntlet match. This is my point. Every time they took a step forward, it was 6 back, or they took too many steps to get where they were going. It was all unnecessary BS. The WWE champ should have never been involved in the gauntlet match tonight whatsoever. That was ridiculous if you were going to have a gauntlet match.
Yeah.
He's the champ. He's defending. He doesn't, that's maddening as is. One, already having, your set cast of heels and whatnot. All right, you took away any mystery or interest in this match because Drew's not losing now.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I didn't think he was anyway, but it's for sure.
But they could have made it.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my God. Maybe there is a chance. And we've seen them be able to achieve this a few times when other matches didn't happen this time.
The only thing good was tonight Alexa Bliss saying she's ready for Diablo 4. Like she found a primal weapon right here. She found a primal.
That's about it.
Excited.
Yeah, she's definitely hailing Satan for all his glory. And you know what kills me? You have Alexa Bliss retweeting 4-year-olds.
Look at me. I'm ready.
She's got 4-year-olds with her merchandise on. Oh, I know.
I got the Diablo 4 shirt. I got the pentagram. I got it right here.
That thing is bad.
I'm ready, Alexa. I'm ready. Look, you ready for Diablo 4?
She's ready, willing, and able.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're a sicko like Jay. But no, I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
But no, honestly, she's retweeting 4-year-olds, reenacting her character, and it's just creepy to see. It really is. And then tonight they have her sit. The
kids are into that. I can tell you. I don't know about your daughter, but I mean, my daughter. Dude, my daughter. Okay, not to go off on. I'll try to make this quick, but the bottom line is, my daughter and my kids don't. My kids don't really watch wrestling. Gavin, he kind of liked it a little bit at one point when he was younger, but he kind of was like, eh. And he even comes in and says, yeah, nobody likes that stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. But he asked me how things are doing. Like, how's the Roman guy? I know you hated him, and but Brenna comes in the room every once in a while, and whenever she sees Alexa, she's like, oh my God, I like that girl. When's that girl going to be on? She asked, where's Alexa? When's Alexa going to be on? That's
it's proven in the ratings right now that they've lost their usual female following that they had from like the mid 14 to like 25 range in that bracket, but they've gained a bunch of young female viewers under the age of like 10. Those have skyrocketed in the Alexa Bliss sections. And you see Alexa, retweeting all these girls wearing her merchandise, and yet now she's kneeling in a pentagram. I'm far from SJW. I was raised Wiccan. That's not the issue. It's just it's so weird to be like, oh, I'm going to promote this to 3- and 4-year-olds, but we're going with the
daughter
the angle.
My daughter tries to be like, I want to do my makeup like goth, and I'm like, oh my God, you're 7.
You're 7.
Listen, I look like a psycho.
As long as it's not out of the house, you have fun.
No, I look like a psycho in high school too, but it's just like, I'm like, how do you even know about that already? And yeah, she's like, I want to dress like Alexa. Like but that's also my daughter's style. My daughter's style is that style. Like, I already know what her style is. I can tell.
I don't give a shit either. I'm not saying like it's a problem for me. I'm just saying like, wow, what a conflicting message that WWE sends out.
Right.
It is just so humorous that, oh, we're so family-friendly, and then hail Satan at the same regard. It's hilarious. That's all. It has to be pointed out.
Well, speaking of
hilarious. And they went full in with the whole commentary tonight.
Oh,
they really
yeah.
went into that whole thing.
Again.
I told you they were going to bury it. They started on SmackDown. She got heat for it legitimately last week.
I don't believe that.
I do. From the way I heard it, they weren't happy at first, and then they saw how the internet reacted. They saw how people responded, and they knew that it turned into like a meme in its own right. So then they just went with it.
The reason why I don't believe it is because the rumor that they were mad came out so late. And I was like, yeah, maybe they were mad like in the moment, but like a few hours later, they must have been wicked happy. But the
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But the rumor came out the next day,
and then it turned into gold with the audience reaction.
But
because their initial reaction was to censor it, they took it off of the YouTube video right away.
Yeah. You're right.
Vince was initially ripping shit backstage because it was supposed to be Lana's big moment, but then they got such an amazing viral reaction with it, and everybody tweeting out, different theme songs and snippets, and so many great botch sequences, all those type of endings. It was amazing. So much hilarious content.
Yeah, I mean, they've done that in the past. We're like, oh no, like the DX stuff.
Did you just
oh shit, here comes Gatekeeper.
Did you just donate
Stu.
to Joe?
They did it when Titus fell
for
too.
the
The world slide thing. They kept that
And
going.
because you donated, I'm going to feast myself.
They've done it so many times in
the
history, actually, when you think about it. Probably Vince.
Gatekeeper_Stu tipped $3. Hey, if you had to predict right this second who wins the 2 chamber matches, who do you think wins? For Raw, Drew is retaining the title, and for SmackDown I bet Daniel Bryan or Kevin Owens wins, then gets squashed by Roman right afterwards.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yep. Absolutely. I think it's going to be Kevin Owens again.
Yeah, I think
so
Owens.
They're not saving to hurt anybody.
Packero FL 2015 tipped $1. Joe, why is the WWE champion on TV? I would have had Drew McIntyre lose by a count out. It still would have made Drew McIntyre look strong.
Yeah,
I just wouldn't have had him in the match.
Yeah, he shouldn't even been in it because I don't care. I don't care that he was in a gauntlet and it was insane. Like, it's just too much.
Feast myself.
I'm trying to guess.
Jake DeBarco.
In the bunghole.
What up, Jake DeBarco?
Jake_DeBarco tipped $3. Hey, what's up, Joe and Jake? I am glad Kofi is replacing The Miz in the chamber match. Also, Jeff Hardy has zero reason to be in the chamber on Sunday. He always gets randomly thrown in WWE title picture in these multi-man matches. Who do you think wins it?
Like I said, the only reason they put a guy like Jeff Hardy in there so they can have some kind of high-flying, crazy aspect to make the match better. That's all that is.
Yeah, no doubt. That's all they want him to climb on top of the cage again and ascend and then fall.
But
and
do a
have
better
everybody
job of covering up why get him in there legitimately. So.
Yeah, because all he did was lose for weeks on end and got beat and destroyed, and all of it is. And then tonight, the way they had to get Riddle a little bit of a win back by having him beat the rest of the Hurt Business, who are also, I thought, still the tag team champions. So you're burying them in the process. Like, it's so infuriating. Everything.
Yeah.
The Miz should not have been in the chamber. He has the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to give us an aneurysm? This doesn't need
sense.
to be an issue. Just take the briefcase and shove it. You didn't need to say, only former champions, because they don't have anybody built, so they had to come up with an excuse as to why we get people in the chamber. And then if you look at the SmackDown chamber, it's people like Otis, so there's no symmetry at all, and it's all nonsense. But you want somebody to defend the title, sure, fine. People are upset there's no women's, but they forgot how bad the women's chamber was last year, and that's how it was booked. It wasn't entirely the women's fault, but still, it wasn't good. So.
Did you just donate to Joe? Did you just donate to Joe? Thank you for the donation. And because you donated, I'm going to feast myself in the bunghole.
Gatekeeper Stu again.
Gatekeeper_Stu tipped $3. Hey, if you had to predict right this second who wins the 2 chamber matches, who do you think wins? For Raw, Drew is retaining the title, and for SmackDown I bet Daniel Bryan or Kevin Owens wins, then gets squashed by Roman right afterwards.
I think I replayed that by accident. Gatekeeper Stu, thank you, man. We're going to move to the next one. Thank you, brother. But yeah, I agree, man. And we said this, that I think that, you know what? I just run with Owens.
Yeah, you nailed it originally.
Did you just donate
just
to
run with
Joe?
Owens.
Did you just donate to Joe?
Why are these replaying like this?
Thank you for the donation.
It's very weird. I don't know why they're doing this.
Because you donated, I'm going to feast myself
Yo.
in the bunghole.
How cringy was Lacey? Yeah, that was a little weird. What up, Parker? Thank you,
acted it
Parker.
well.
$3.
Yeah,
Hey,
I like
I
her.
was wondering if you all do this while watching WWE. I think it is fun in my head to make fun of the fans on the Thunderdome screens and how dumb some of them look. Most of them look normal, but there are definitely a few fans that look pretty weird.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I mean,
I know I look ass retarded the 2 times I've been on there, and Courtney's laughing at me. My mic's pushed to talk, so I got to clap one-handed anyways. But still, you're sitting there, and I don't want to actually be clapping the entire time, so I'm like fake clapping when you're doing it when they tell you to. So it's weird. You're not making any noise. You just look.
oh, dude, I'd be like, oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, I would.
So
I could
it's
never
so
be
hard
on
to
there.
appear natural, but I do agree. Sometimes you see people and they have these looks on their faces, and you're like, my
You
God.
donated $50.
Oh,
I'm
my
gonna take
God.
my dick out because you donated $50.
Oh, Shell.
You donated
There's Shell's donation.
$50, motherfucker boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
Shell tipped $50. Sorry you heard yourself, Joe. Fuck Raw, didn't really watch it. Oh, and I heard you wanted someone to pre-fund the show? Ask and you shall receive.
Wow, I guess I better ask more often, man. Shell, thank you so much for $50.
Did you just donate to Joe?
Shell dropping $50.
Did you just donate to Joe? Thank you
Shit.
for the donation.
Thank you, Shell.
Thank you, Shell.
Because you donated, I'm going to feast myself
Damn, Shell with a
in
bomb.
the bunghole.
Braun.
Braun tipped $1. Joe, the main event match was a.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god. All right. Thank you very much, Braun. Braun has a blood problem. I think Braun and Shane McMahon are going to wrestle at WrestleMania,
Yes.
which is very scary. That's still going on. By the way, I felt
You heard about that? I thought that was a joke, but
No, I literally think she-
Is
it still doing it? Oh my god. Good Christ. I really think Shane and Braun are going to wrestle at WrestleMania, bro.
oh god, yeah, because I mean,
By the way,
that would be
Shell,
horrible.
a lot of people are asking what's going on. I don't want to stick on it too long, but the bottom line is I fell off. Black ice apparently is covering my entire porch and stairs.
Oh, New England is covered in black ice. It's everywhere. It's horrible.
So here's what it looks like on my porch, on my front porch. This is all a slope downward. See how my stairs are up here? I slipped on this top step, and then I fell and landed on the bottom step. I went up in the air. I went fucking up in the air, dude, and I was flat, and I swerved. As I was flying in the air and falling, I swerved myself left and landed on my side and hip and was able to put my hands down as I was landing, but I crashed down onto my ass thigh. But
yeah,
if I hadn't...
That's a bruised tailbone and
No,
coccyx.
I moved myself, so otherwise it would have been a bruised tailbone if I hadn't have moved in midair. But you know what I mean? And for a better perspective of the steps, here's a picture of my kids on the porch, because it's a drop. There's a big hill in my front. Like, it's kind of freaky. If you jumped off this porch right here, you have a long way down. It's kind of dangerous. And this front area, so I slipped right around here and went flying down the stairs, landed
Knock
on
the
the
wind out of
hardwood.
yourself that way. I've done that before. That hurts so bad.
I didn't really knock the wind out of me either.
Yeah, you lucked out twice then. You didn't fall hard enough.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no, I went up in the air. But
You landed nice.
I was
nice
going
and easy.
I was going like this, but I turned slightly and I landed then, like that. And I have this big fucking like bump on my fucking I have a huge bump on my like thigh ass right now, and it happened right at the beginning of Raw. And I've been icing it, and dude, I got fucked up, dude. I was like, the dogs were barking. I screamed outside, like, ah!
Oh my god!
Like the
That's
neighborhood dogs
horrific.
are barking. I was like, if anybody saw me just fall right now, they'd be calling like an ambulance probably. But I got
A
up
buddy
and
of
I went
mine was on the
inside.
top of Reddit a few weeks back, on the top of r/WTF, because of the bruise he had in his ass and back.
I should have yelled my hole, yeah.
Well, that's what it was. He bruised his hole. He's a mailman, and he slipped delivering mail, and he fell so hard down all these stairs on ice, and everything. He's a Irish, as white as Irish could be, pasty white, and he turned black Literally, it was a skin change operation apparently, but no, his whole his back, his ass, all of it, pitch black. That's how bad the bruise was. Disgusting. I felt so bad for him. But
yeah, I'm assuming tomorrow or the next day it will be purple or something.
Yeah, probably.
Right now it's just a giant.
Before you go to bed, take ibuprofen.
I already took it. I took it right away.
Before you actually settle down and stop moving, because when you wake up, it'll be not as bad. You get super stiff when you lay down the whole time.
Oh my God, bro! I've had broccoli on it. Like I've just been like, and the thing is too is I actually hurt my thumb too. I landed on my thumb and my wrist and my ankle. So that's all. It's all. I'm hurt everywhere on the left side. But I'm convinced if I hadn't turned myself, first of all, I would have hit the back of my head, and second of all, I would have landed on my pelvis, which I think I would have broken my pelvis. If I landed on my pelvic and ass or tailbone, I'd be injured, like really bad. This saved me. I landed on the fattiest part of my leg, right around the top side hip thigh area. So like that's got to be the best place. I took the step in that area, like the brunt of the step in that area. So I think somebody, even though I'm injured and I'm fucked up, I think somebody was looking out for me tonight, because that if I landed square up,
definitely.
Oh God, I fucking went flying, dude. And I don't fall usually. And I threw salt down everywhere after it, and even before that, dude, salt's doing nothing. Salt is doing nothing. Normally it melts everything. It's doing nothing right now. Fucking crazy. What's going on right now? And imagine, where everybody else is living and stuff like that. Shit bum.
You become a shit bum.
It's our buddy Alan Stober.
Alexa has me full erect.
Yeah, I mean, she's the best part of Raw, I guess. I mean, like, I get that. Because I'm feeling that same deal, Alan Stober. Alan Stober. You guys can donate in two different ways. The link down below for Evil Spectrum 3 or Perfect Sparrow. You can use either link. I have a couple different versions. All the donation links amounts are listed in the description box down below,
You
too.
donated $50.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna take my dick out because you donated $50. You donated $50, motherfucker, boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
D. Welsh.
Joe, sorry to hear you suffered a minor hip bump injury.
I'm dead.
Get better soon.
Ow.
I promised to anyone in chat if someone donated $50, I would match. So shall gets the match.
Thank you very much.
Thank you both.
D. Welsh, I did purposely hurt myself tonight so I could get donations. Thank you, D. Welsh, for that, for matching that, bro. I didn't even remember you said that. I thought, who cares either way, but wow, you actually did that. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Shell and to D. Welsh, man, for funding the show tonight. I mean, making it worth it tonight, Hell no, I wouldn't go to the ER. I'd have to be dying, bro. I'd have to be like dying straight up. Thank you, D. Welsh. Yeah, it's been a mess, man. D. Welsh, thank you. But yeah, I mean, so I missed. All right. Here we go. We're back. We are back, baby. I bet you it was that cross-eyed Cyclops from Fightful who always says he's going to take me out and got my Twitter suspended the last time. I'm betting you it's Sean Asshat Sappy. That's what I'm betting. Since he got butthurt as hell and got my Twitter taken out a year ago. I bet you it's him. With his fucking mongoloid eyes. Alrighty. What up, Jakey? Can you hear me?
Damn Sean. Every time.
Probably is him, man. He's a scumbag. Alright, we're back here.
We are back, and I guess kick it off right back into full gear, because, I mean, Joe, I've got some big news. I'm pregnant.
Really?
I am. Well, so is Lacey Evans, but forget her news. I'm more important. No,
Is
really,
she-
she's pregnant?
Is
Come on.
Is she really pregnant, though? Or
She apparently, according to not the most reliable sources as of right now, Wrestling Inc. did say it, so they're usually pretty decent. But I'm not too sure what Ringside News is. They're not always up to snuff. I usually take them with a grain of salt. They were one of the first ones to report about this, so I'm not convinced 100%. But the report is that Evans is legitimately pregnant. They learned of her pregnancy today and changed the direction of her angle with Charlotte Flair. She was supposed to face Asuka on Sunday at the pay-per-view for the title. However, that match clearly is not happening. WWE has yet to announce a replacement for Lacey, and Lacey Evans' daughter Summer was used for storylines during her feud with Sasha Banks. Is unknown to be appearing on TV or not. But they're saying it's Ric Flair's kid, but 6 months to a year ago, it's obviously not his kid. In real life, she's pregnant again. If she really is pregnant, congratulations. But that's got to piss WWE off.
I mean,
they just lost Becky. Hopefully, she'll be back eventually. But now Lacey's taking time off, and
yeah, it's
I'm not saying good for them, but have your family. But it just now's the best time to do it during the pandemic while you're not touring.
I'll take your family.
WWE certainly will have her sign over everybody.
Joe? Did you just donate to Joe? Thank you for the donation.
You're welcome.
And because you donated, I'm going to feast myself in the bunghole.
Nias_crack tipped $3. I love this donation. Only you should replace the moaning at the end with Nia screaming my hole.
That's a good point. I am working on some new donations, so we might have some good stuff coming. No doubt about it. My camera died when the computer reset. I don't know why that is, but I don't think I care at this point. Raw was so bad, I'm injured. And now
well, that's the thing. I mean, we were getting into it, but so now Lacey's pregnant. All right, so that does put a stick in their spokes and ruins their plans. Okay, fine. But saying that she's actually pregnant in real life, just have an injury angle. Don't say Ric Flair got, busy with Lacey and knocked her up. She's a family woman. 6 months ago, she was a face who you said was a veteran from the Army. And, look at all the military service. She's such a great American woman. And look at how much of a family woman she is with her husband and her daughter sitting ringside fighting with Sasha. And,
I hated that, though, but so I don't mind.
I'm not saying it's great, but it's still there. So, she's a family woman and all this stuff. And now you're supposed to believe she's sleeping with Ric Flair. And the whole thing is just stupid. It's just very, very stupid.
Yeah?
Plain and simple. I mean, it was bad to begin with, and everything. I mean, ever since Charlotte came back, the division really fell to shit, I feel like. And I don't think it's entirely Charlotte's fault, it's just how she's being booked because Rick's around. He got inserted into all of this. They made Charlotte into a tag team champion, and then they took away the belts for her to, all these storylines have just been bland and boring. So
I mean, that's one of the more interesting ones to me. I think at least it's something. Like I don't mind it really. It's stupid, but but you know what it is there's nothing else that's good. So if other things were really good, then this would be a nice lower card funny thing going on. But because there's nothing really that good going on, it's very spotlighted, and it's like that's what we're doing. That's all we that's one of the major things that's going on. So I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Shit bomb! Jman,
You become
the fanatic.
a shit bomb.
J-Mac.
Hey Joe, this is Diverse. My dono got cut off.
What up, J-Mac or Diverse? No, I mean, I still got you. Diverse. It just didn't play yet. You'll get it. It's actually coming next. So, funny enough, you're about to see it. It's coming up right after this finishes.
It's coming up. So we start off the night, as I said, I thought really quite damn good. Drew was
Feels
amazing
like
on the
they
mic.
heard what we said about Smith.
I just told you it was
Shell
coming up.
sucked as usual. Jake nailed the reason. Actually had me thinking Drew what win like typical feel-good heroic story. Then
Absolutely.
Sheamus wins and him like okay so what? Does he win Chamber then Drew wins belt back?
Exactly. It feels so random and odd, and that's what I was building into his donation for. And he makes a great point here. I don't know what they did here and why they did it, but it doesn't make much sense, and it's certainly not interesting at all. So the Raw Chamber on Sunday is a waste in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about it. Just get to WrestleMania. Let's see if the matches are good. And I want to see fans in the crowd, and that's about it.
I mean, that's what we're pushing to.
The biggest storyline is fans being at WrestleMania. Nothing else.
Exactly. That's the main thing that I'm looking forward to is people being there. It was fun to have even a very small crowd at NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day last night. So
right.
Yeah. Riddle actually cut a somewhat funny promo, made me chuckle, with Lucha House Party talking about his favorite presidents and Harrison Ford because he saved Chewbacca, and you're definitely a Freebird guy. It was stupid, but it was a funny kind of stupid that worked in the stoner comedy that they're going for. Sometimes it's a miss. Tonight I thought it was a hit.
Okay, I missed it, so it's up to you.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. Then Bobby Lashley's, kind of watching everything backstage, and, we go ahead, we see the match happen. Bland match. Riddle ends up winning. He hits the floating bro on MVP, who was kind of injured throughout the match anyways. So now they beat Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, who were the tag champs, with MVP. But then after the match, you've got the good guys, Lucha House Party and Riddle celebrating on the ramp. And then Lashley comes out and destroys everybody. That's it. He left all three of them wasted. So all you did is again show that Riddle does not stand a single chance. Not an iota of a chance with Lashley. So what's the point of having the match? I know it's a triple threat with Keith Lee as well, but Keith Lee wasn't there at all, so he has no involvement, at least until Sunday. But he doesn't even feel like a participant at this point in time.
Right.
He's a real afterthought. So throwing Keith in there, what I think is going to happen is what we predicted months and basically weeks ago before the Rumble. I think Bobby Lashley is going to lose the title. Riddle or Keith Lee will end up getting the title, but Bobby won't get pinned. Either Keith Lee or Riddle will take the pin in the triple threat.
Right, so Bobby can face Drew.
So Bobby Lashley can go after Drew McIntyre at Mania.
But so hopefully, in a perfect world, they find somebody else for Drew, but they are building Bobby for this craziness, and it's got to be.
It seems like they just keep building him up and up and up, and they want him to get the title off of him. So what better way to do it in a triple threat where he doesn't have himself get pinned, and he can remind everybody of that, and it's not a horrific loss for him if he looks dominant, I guess. And then they build him up again to go to Mania with Drew. It really feels like that's what they're doing. It's just he's not been a great champ, a U.S. champ, unfortunately. It's been pretty boring, but he hasn't had anybody to work with. You need a really good baby face to go after the heel, and we don't have either. So everything's been just bland and boring.
None of these people are exciting. None of these people we're talking about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then
are within above a 7 out of 10.
Sadly, no. And then you look at SmackDown. Their Elimination Chamber match that they have. You've got Jey Uso, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, and Kevin Owens. Great participants. It'll be a good match. But you really don't have much of a reason to care about anybody. And as we said before, the stipulation is Roman's going to challenge you right after the Elimination Chamber. So whoever's been wrestling for almost an hour got their ass kicked. Roman's going to come in, spear, and choke out in 3 seconds. It's boring. We don't need that. Just let whoever win be the number one contender. You don't need the match right afterwards. I get what they're going for. Maybe it'll turn out better than I'm envisioning, but I doubt it. I doubt that's going to be good.
No, I don't know.
I'm not trying to be outright negative here because I like the Roman side of things. I like what they're doing up until this point. Just don't challenge after the Elimination Chamber. If you don't want to be in the chamber, fine, but don't defend it afterwards. We have Fastlane a few weeks after this. Build to that.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. That's right. There's another show.
That's what I'm saying. We have 3 weeks Fastlane and then 3 weeks in Mania.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have a whole nother pay-per-view to squeeze in. Instead of having a 6-week nice slow burn to Mania, we have 3 weeks of pay-per-view and then 3 weeks in Mania.
Wow, dude.
After a shitty 2 weeks after Rumble thrown together Elimination Chamber pay-per-view that doesn't work. Bad Bunny's our 24/7 champion. That's a good thing. Truth doesn't need the title. Bad Bunny having it doesn't hurt anything. It gets some notoriety again for WWE because now Bad Bunny is an official champion. That's a sanctioned title, so that's a mark on his record. Basically, that's a thing for him to tout on Twitter and social
I
media.
mean, the merchandise is
he's selling merch
$600,000.
Yeah, nuts, crazy amount. He's number 1 through 4 in the top spots this week still.
And
so great for him to be doing all that. And he's hosting SNL this week, so now he's going to be taking the 24/7 title to Saturday Night Live. So that's good too.
And they're all doing this cross promotion thing where like he's taking the belt to Saturday Night Live. They're in with NBC. The Rock's got a show on NBC. By the way, The Rock's show on NBC. What do you think? Do you think The Rock's show on NBC is going to beat the WWE Raw ratings?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people love The Rock, and it's going to be a hit. I don't know if it's going to be great, but I imagine it'll be funny enough that people will want to tune in again.
I mean,
it's going to be that typical sitcom humor, very safe and Big Bang Theory, that kind of audience. Yeah, not anything I'm crazy about most times, but
it's like Everybody Hates Chris type of thing. Big Bang meets the Sheldon thing, or whatever you want to call that. Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm super interested in it. I got to be honest. I'm super interested in it because they're going to be like weirdly real stories with.
Well, that's why I want to see it. He's like, oh, I grew up with Andre, and growing up with all these different wrestlers, and what happened here, and that's right up our alley.
It's similar to the WWE's like cartoon illustration story time thing they did. Remember that with like Jake and all the wrestlers were cartoons? It was basically that, but it with real life people.
That was fun stuff.
So I don't know, man. That looks fun, and just people just love The Rock, man. The Rock could literally be like, "Yo, I'm making a movie about."
He's one of those ones, kind of like Betty White, where they can do no wrong at this point.
Yeah, I
feel like Betty White and The Rock could walk out in Klan outfits and murder an entire passive, peaceful BLM protest filled with nothing but children, and everyone would be like, "But it's The Rock and Betty White. Like they made a mistake, Somehow, I guarantee they wouldn't be canceled."
I want to pretend you didn't say any of that.
Hey, The Rock would just shine those pearly whites and flex his pecs, and everybody would forget.
Jesus Christ.
The Lacey stuff, she didn't deliver the promo before the match bad, saying, "Oh, I got you a bite me, Valentine." It's just stupid lines for her to read. So it's just more cringe garbage. The match, obviously, what you couldn't even call a match because of what it devolved into. And now we have another pregnancy angle. Woo. Kofi then took on The Miz and won, so now he's in the Elimination Chamber match.
Ugh.
It was an okay match, but I'm just not behind Kofi at this point. That's another, fake momentum thing that they're.
What if Kofi went full heel and he like wins and he went full heel and was like, "You all loved it for a second, and then you turned your back on me immediately. What? Because I'm not with Big E, and I'm not with whatever. And he just fucking went crazy, and then Kofi went. I mean, he won't because he's terrible on the mic and stuff. But it's like that would be awesome if he had mic skills, like really good ones, like or decent ones, like better ones.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. But instead, he's just there to make you think, "Oh, they're gonna do that again? Oh my god!"
Is there a part 2 to Kofi Mania?
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Because they only want to push you a little bit. It's Black History Month, not Black History Season. Sorry, Kofi.
Well, apparently, according to what you said about The Rock and Betty White earlier, it's open season. So, but
hey,
The Rock will be like 100, like, if you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Exactly. It's never going to stop.
Be great, man.
And then they continually played the ad for Young Rock as well. And it's not a WWE like sponsored thing either. So they're just doing it because it's involved with, like you said, cross promotion.
Big cross promotion.
You become
Monica Lewinsky.
a shitball.
Oh my God.
I gave Bill Clinton the Gluck 9000 lol.
My wife beats me. Oh my God, Monica. I can't believe you're here.
Monica's just like a soda machine. Insert Bill. Yeah.
Wow. This is crazy that you're here, man. Unbelievable.
That stained dress is worth a lot. You know that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I believe it.
Somebody a while ago appraised the thing at over $100,000, and that was just for collectors'
Holy
sake.
fuck. That's fucking crazy. And speaking of Monica Lewinsky with that donation, I mean, we got to go ahead and, give it up for... Well, I guess I don't. I thought I had something queued up. I guess I don't.
You had it queued at one point to the crash.
No, I didn't have it queued. I just
crash
queued
of JCS.
I queued it now, and it's like.
Now it's ready.
I
Nope, still not ready.
Nope,
You're trying,
I'm still trying to delay. Nope. This is probably why my computer crashes, because I'm searching fucking hard drives for like clips when somebody does something.
I'm telling you right now, after seeing Braun tonight, and if you said if he's really going to go ahead.
I got it, Jake.
You got it? All right.
Here you go, Monica Lewinsky. You guys love Corrupted Podcast? You guys got to become patrons of mine on Corrupted Podcast. Come on, what are you doing? Frog Kid became a $10 VIP again. So shout out to Frog Kid. We didn't freeze again, did we?
No, we're good.
Thank God you're still here. Okay. Good God. Because the thing that I just opened did freeze. So that something did freeze.
I did stay still during something for a second too, so I think it was just bad timing.
Oh no, something froze, man. All right.
As your computer freezes, I stop moving.
Oh yeah. This something froze.
And Prego Lacey is not going to wrestle Asuka. That's the thing.
Oh,
so
no.
They're going to replace Lacey on Sunday. We don't know with who yet. Probably Charlotte, but we'll see.
What a hoe.
Hoe for show.
What a straight up hoe, brother. Nope, it's not working. I'm trying to play this clip, and it just, dude, this thing does not want to play. Like, I've got a clip.
It just doesn't want to load.
I've got a clip to play you guys that like fucking 10 minutes ago so you could laugh like when that donation came through, and it just don't want to play. And maybe this will play. I don't know.
Hi y'all, it's Bill Clinton, and you're listening to the Bailey and Cronin Show. But first, I want to talk to you for a moment about sexual harassment.
Holy shit!
Sexual harassment is a big problem in our nation today. At least they say it is, but I gotta be honest. If it's a hot chick, I can't blame you. My wife beats me.
What a great promo for the Bailey and Cronin Show, which would become Corrupted Podcast. Shout out to Bailey. Let's hear it again.
Hi, y'all. It's Bill Clinton, and you're listening to the Bailey and Cronin Show. But first, I want to talk to you for a moment about sexual harassment.
Holy shit!
Sexual harassment is a big problem in our nation today. At least they say it is, but I gotta be honest. If it's a hot chick, I can't blame you. My wife beats me. My wife beats me.
So good.
Oh man,
Bailey.
I miss JB, man. But that was a great start to Corrupted. So Corrupted Podcast, Patreon, sign up.
I'm sorry he didn't respond to your Valentine's. You know, I know you sent him a bunch of roses.
I fucking sent him messages. He doesn't respond to me ever. 300 patrons. One more patron, and we have 300 patrons, baby. So hit it up, baby. One more, and we got 300. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say, Jake?
No, it's like you said, Raw just continually devolved. You don't believe in Kofi. Shayna and Lana had a match, and it basically was so pointless. What was the point of having Lana win last week if you're just going to have her lose this week? Thankfully, they didn't make Shayna look bad. She's the tag champs, but what's the point of the story you're telling with Lana? That's my point tonight. This is our fourth match, and this is the fourth time minimum that things don't make sense, don't add up. Then the interaction with Braun afterwards, not being in the chamber. Why is he not there? He's a former champ. And they said, oh, with former WWE champions. And he's like, well, oh, no, you're a Universal champion. So like you said, it's going to lead to something with Shane. I really hope that wasn't the case. But, oh, my God. That's, yeah. Nia Hole is more over than Braun.
Yeah, this is all people want to talk about.
Can I blame him? That's the only thing that was semi-funny from last week.
Hit me with it.
Yeah.
Lana broke my asshole. It's swollen, unstable. She's sore in my bunghole. Must be something in my blood, but now I cannot have a dollar. Lana broke my asshole. It's swollen, unstable. She's sore in my bunghole. Must be something in my blood, but now I cannot have a dollar. Oh my hole. Inside my air.
My hole is clogged up.
Got an itch now. Got an itch now. People always call me a battle cow. Yeah, they fat shame, so they're to blame for my whole pain. It's a mad saying, and they fat shame, cause I got a big fat fucking ass to bang. Game man, do not kayfabe. In my butthole, might have taken a blade. Lana broke my asshole. It's swollen, aching. My hole's fucking leaking. My hole is leaking. My hole is leaking. My asshole. My asshole is leaking.
There must be something in my blubber. There must be something in my blubber. There must be something in my blubber. Now I cannot have a daughter. Must be something in my blubber. Now I cannot have a daughter. Thank you, Nia Jax, with the new My Hole song. Really appreciate it, Nia Jax. We love you.
Hot damn, that was awesome.
Fire from Nia.
Catchy. It's gonna be stuck in my head forever.
Yeah? Well, her fucking ass stain is going to be stuck on the side apron forever. So.
Yeah, that too. That beat though, it's gonna be stuck in my head.
She should drop her ass down on top of Lacey and kill her baby. I mean, they probably both support abortion.
Yeah, I was gonna say call the yield abortion and just have her leap down with her leg drop on the apron. That'd be the abortion.
Yeah. Oh my god, she calls it the abortion. Oh my god, that's how she gets the move name and now forever.
And then she can go about it on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Oh, instead of injuring her, I ended her baby's life.
When I hit you with the abortion, your life, you won't be able to ever have babies again. Like,
I'll
that's
make
her
it so
thing.
you can't procreate. Naya out. And the reason she screamed my hole, obviously people said, which hole did
Give
she
me
hurt?
the microphone,
She only has
bitch!
one hole. She hurt her asshole. She didn't say my dick.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she has two holes, really.
Well, her mouth hole and her
Give me
asshole.
the microphone, bitch! Listen to me! When I fucking hit you with the abortion, I'm gonna squash your ovaries and you'll never have a kid again! And you'll be screaming, my ovaries! Ah! I'm hungry! Be fucking, dude, that'll be over, I'm telling you. Do that, Vince. You want to fucking make money, Vince, or you want to be fucking socially acceptable or whatever it is? No. Make the money, brother. Make the fucking money. That's all you got to do. Make the fucking money, Vince. And that's how you do it. The abortion. Off the top. Oh, my God. The abortion. She nailed her in the ovaries. And she screams when she jumps off like the second rope, or she does like maybe she does the thing where she leaps up and puts her legs up in the air and then like pushes off the rope and corkscrews down on top of them.
Yeah, really
my
has
God.
to like, ugh!
And when she does it, she yells with her shriek when she does it. Like, ah! I guess she lands on them, whatever the fuck that noise is she
And
makes.
she screams with that
Oh my
piercing
God, dude.
werewolf sound that she makes. Yeah, absolutely.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that gurgle.
Oh my God, bro. I am so fucking down, bro. That is exactly what the fuck's happening. That is exactly what's fucking happening. I'm telling you.
Gurgle, gurgle. You want to get in the ring with me, Naya? I will fuck your ass, Naya.
By the way, hit that like button if you guys can down below. Look at Randy Orton just staring into the camera like a fucking... He's starting to look older. Look at that. It's got starting to wear the wounds of 40. You know, finally. It's been a while. Oh my God.
Yeah, it seems that way. It's finally starting to show some of the wrinkles coming through.
I mean, Randy just wouldn't age for a while, you know? Now
he stayed young for quite some time.
You like him young. Is there anything else you can take out of this Raw? I mean, what a great visual, though, with Alexa. I'll give him credit for this.
Great visual. That's what I was going to say. Her segment there was good.
Yep. Because it was shocking. It was like, holy shit, they actually put a fucking pentagram or whatever down.
Yeah, I liked the way she acted throughout the whole thing. All right, so the Drew McIntyre and Miz promos in the beginning were good. Miz's opening was pretty shit, but then once Drew came out, got real serious, and then Miz, got angry and, in retaliation and started to really come alive. Both of them, damn, hit their mark, showed some different levels to them. Liked it a lot. Besides that, the Riddle promo that I don't think you said you caught, that was kind of funny. It was stupid but funny.
Yeah.
And him just saying his
it's
favorite
too bad too
for President's Day.
That's too bad because I've been shitting on Riddle, and now you're saying that he might have done something nice tonight. And
yeah, it was pretty chuckle worthy. It wasn't anything like, oh my God, you have to see this, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I wish I didn't watch.
It wasn't like it's been recently, which has been like fucking horrific. Like he's been really bad recently. And
then, I mean, it's so hard to be negative for the gauntlet match in the sense that like the wrestling was really good. The matches that we got for the most part were pretty good. Kofi and AJ had some really interesting back and forth, especially with the referee kicking out Omos after he laid out Xavier Woods, just dumping him over the barricade. That wasn't a bad spot. I wish I had a reason to give a fuck about anybody besides Drew in the match. Drew's the only one I care about. I want to see him retain, but no one else there has a shot at this point. No one's been built. No stories there to really put anybody over. So the match is good, but again, it's like watching NXT at times. There's no story. There's no context. There's no purpose. It's just matches. It's just moves and spots. Yeah, the wrestling is good. Jeff Hardy, though, like we said, him being in there felt very, lackluster.
Oh my God, dude. Cornelius goes, I'd break her little ass in half in the chat. What the fuck?
I think just about everybody would.
I'd break her ass in half, dude. What the fuck?
Hopefully he's talking about Alexa.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's talking about Alexa.
If you're breaking Nia's in half, you got problems.
No, Nia will break your dick off, dude.
Orton looked like a total idiot, like we said, so that hurt him twice.
Yeah.
And then the stuff they did with Alexa started to look cool. The whole Thunderdome changing. I'm like, all right, this is different. But then nothing comes of it. She doesn't come out. He's just distracted. He's not an idiot. So him just standing there you're looking for a 90-pound, soaking wet, 5 foot nothing girl that what? You're going to kick her in the gut and RKO her again? Exactly. You don't have to fear Alexa Bliss.
Oh, I don't even know what I was doing. I just wanted to moan. I was just trying to moan.
It works. You set the Fiend on fire. What are you running and acting scared of Alexa for when you nailed her last time? And what more do we need? It's just you need a reason for Randy to feel threatened. She should be hurting him, and she threw the fire in his face. Well, guess what? That lasted long. That he's clearly tormented from that, right? Because of the scars that aren't there and the mask that he didn't have to wear, and they forget their own continuity, and it all falls to shit, Joe. It all falls to shit. This could be good. It could be simple. They don't even give us the most minimalistic of reasons to care about anybody. And then the commentary just ruins it all and really sends it home. I think this Raw gets a 3 out of 10 tonight.
Yeah, I'm there with you. It was a weird bad too. I don't know what kind of. It was just.
It hurt everybody. It ruined my interest for the Chamber. The little bit that was there, it hurt just about every single participant of every match. I can go through and legitimately tell you each way that someone was affected in the match. The Riddle match, you had all the faces destroyed by Lashley. I know you're pushing Lashley, but what's the point of Riddle facing off on him on Sunday again? You've already said that Riddle can't do it. He can't beat Lashley. You've made that clear. Same thing with the Asuka and Charlotte Flair against Peyton and Lacey. That never happened. That made Lacey look stupid, and it made Charlotte look even worse. Now her father, at ancient age old, went ahead and got Lacey pregnant. Come on. Kofi wins a match, then gets put into the gauntlet match right after. So they push him, and then they make him lose not that long after. So that's a waste. Shayna getting a win over Lana. Well, you took away Lana's victory from last week and her big accomplishment of kind of essentially beating Nia, even though you just kind of pushed her through a table. But still, it was supposed to be this momentous occasion, and now you did nothing with it. So point is, you've hurt every single person in every single match tonight. How could you be happy with this?
Yeah,
How could anyone be proud of this? How could anyone look at this and say, I'm glad this is the story we told to wrestling fans?
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
It's just not. It's so discombobulated. Everything we said, none of it makes sense. Nobody really looks better. It's really just busy work. It's almost like busy work that makes no sense because they don't want to book Raw in a way that makes more sense.
Yeah,
instead
they book it lazily to please an audience of one. Which
just
is
book fucking. Okay, so tonight they should have just booked McIntyre and Drew in some kind of a gimmick situation. Like they get in a fight outside, and then Drew says,
"Who?
What?
Drew McIntyre and who?
Sheamus.
Oh, Sheamus.
Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, they get in a bar fight, they get in a fucking fight backstage, whatever it is. Yeah. They get in a fight.
Have them amp up their rivalry while you build up the other participants to see who wants to be last in the chamber.
Tonight would have been build up Lashley to make him insane still. Build up Drew and
Not
Sheamus.
at the expense of Riddle, though. You could have him beat Lucha House Party, that's fine, but don't have him beat Riddle.
Yeah, and fuck, put him in with another person. At this point, I'd have him beat Keith Lee, even if you had to. You know?
Well, he's going to probably beat the hell out of Keith Lee Sunday, and then something's going to happen where it turns where Lee or Riddle gets the pin quick. But I'm telling you, that's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, I would have been building these stories, have side segments, have promo stuff in the back, do some exciting stuff. But instead,
you become
it's just
a shitbomb.
Oh, gauntlet thing. Wolfpack Matthew Gratlin, what's up, man? Thanks for the $2 super chat. Wolfpack Matthew, man, thank you so much, dude. Thank you guys for the super chats. I really thank you for that. We are funded by your donations. I'm not funded by almost anything else. Despite you guys seeing ads on videos, they almost do nothing. I can show you the stats. They suck. So without you guys, I'm fucked. So thank you guys for the donations. You guys are the best, especially Shell and D. Welsh tonight, $50. Also, real quick, if you guys haven't gone over to Patreon today, I uploaded a bunch of stuff, but a big thing is Jman from KC stopped by for an hour and 11 minutes as we get to know a community spotlight or a community podcast with Jman from KC. He, of course, is a producer of the show and is a badass donator, obviously, dropping $3,000 on Monetize This on the show and other legendary things that he's done in the past. And we talked about a lot of shit, and it was a lot of good time. We'll have more episodes of the community podcast. But this was episode 1, and seems like people like it. Thanks to Jay Swiss for liking it already. Just went up. Go check it out on Patreon. And we are one patron away from 300 again on Patreon. So see if we can get there tonight, man. If anybody wants to join the Patreon, 30 hours of bonus content a month, and you get a whole bunch of bonus shit. And we're really about to hit that 300 mark again. Thanks to Frog Kid became the 299th patron again at the $10 VIP spot a month. Thank you guys for doing that. You can get a lot of content for just $2, $3, but obviously it's just nice of you guys to go above and beyond over there like you do. So thank you. Obviously it's because, $301 patrons would be cool, but that definitely wouldn't fund the show. So shout out to the people that are going 10, 25, 50, 100. You guys are badass. Anything else, Jake, that you take from tonight?
Yeah, speaking of funding the show, it's one of the things when you hear, NXT's talent when they start off getting low paychecks.
Yeah.
But hearing people like Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano making $130,000 or $150,000 just feels very low for them. This was being discussed by Meltzer today, actually. He was going over, with Valentine's Day, the Vengeance Day Massacre thing they had last night. And he said NXT usually see the start of like 60, maybe 50, depending on who you are. He said they're not making $250,000 or $300,000, anything like that. Balor, I'm sure, is, but I don't think anyone else is. They're probably all in the low hundreds. I know one top person in NXT who's been there for a long time, and he should be making a ton, but he's making $130,000. And that's Gargano. So,
damn,
it's sad that at least reportedly, but it's sad that they're NXT talent. Yeah, but think of how much they've done for years. They've carried those brands. These key people like Tommaso Ciampa and all of Undisputed Era and so on and so forth. And give them the Eddies. Pass on that money, baby.
Yeah, man. That's
WWE's reporting record profits of all time. They can afford to be paying these people more. Especially with them not having health insurance and having to pay for their travel and, all these other things. That's, really not a lot of money that they're making at all. You figure if you're getting $150,000 a year from WWE, by the time you take everything else out of it, you're getting $50,000, maybe. Maybe less.
Yeah, that's
maybe
pretty
maybe
rough.
$40,000.
That is pretty rough, dude.
Because you got to pay for the travel. You got to pay for your, accommodations most often. Now, they haven't been traveling this year, so you're saving money, but this is an outlier. So people hear $130,000, like, wow, that's quadruple what I make or 7 times what I make even. But you think about how much they have to pay for as well. That's not included usually.
Yeah, and they get merch, but again, you would think like when you take taxes away,
the merch rates are very low at NXT as well. Not sales even, but sales are lower than they are main roster, and especially with them not traveling. Plus, you're not getting pay-per-view payback like you are because the network being there, and now it's changing with Peacock, so they're going to get less money as well. And they used to make bank on DVD and VHS home video sales. Those licensing deals were massive. People were bringing home a ton of money. When DVDs were first coming out, and then Blu-rays and all this stuff. And once the network came out and they didn't have monthly pay-per-views either, people's pay scales dropped exponentially. So
yeah, take away that 30% for taxes, and that's
what I'm saying. And they're just not making it up in other ways. And they took away their ability to go on Twitch and Cameo, and so now and WWE also went ahead and is now handing violations to superstars for tweets and Instagram posts where they name any business, person, brand, or charity.
What?
So if WWE superstars name any business, person, brand, or charity, I guess not pre-approved, then they're going to be getting a violation from WWE. The first shot is a warning, but then superstars will be fined and then suspended. No mention of release was in the report.
Wow.
This has been made clear to talent who have complained that the current flexibility allowed in social media could be retracted by the company. So basically, this is it is a surprising move because they like their superstars being public and they want them to tweet and be socially active. But now they're it's okay to monitor them, but now you're like limiting everything, and I don't know. It's getting very, very controlled at this point. So. Feels more and more like a dictatorship each day that passes with WWE.
Yeah.
I understand that's your boss. You got to listen, but for them to just change things without any type of negotiation or agreement, to just come in and say this is this, and this is what's going to happen. So
yeah, it's stupid, and it just makes them. It just all the micromanaging on top of everything. All it does is just continue to make the wrestlers angry because they're being fucked with on top of being unhappy, and then they're even less unhappy. And it's like, wow, this is like you're really trying to fuck with people.
Yeah, no doubt. And Elijah 27, go to the doctor. Jesus. He's in the chat saying his brain's hurting. Go to the doctor. If your brain's hurting, you can feel that. That's not good. I don't know if you're supposed to feel your brain. But if you have that bad of a headache, go to the doctor. Get checked out. Don't be Joe. But no, that's it for now. One of the things I wanted to talk about.
Wait, what's wrong with his head? What's wrong with him?
We don't know. He just said that he said his brain is hurting and his head hurts.
Wait, he's saying he has a headache?
I'm assuming so. But if it's that bad, go to the doctor.
Well, I mean, like a migraine headache? I
don't know. We'll see as the chat rolls in, but
you
got to get checked out.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what he's saying. Like I can't see it though.
I know. But yeah, one of the things I was going to mention the other day, and out of nowhere, I know we didn't get to, was this whole, Trevor. No, I don't have his name in front of me. What is it? Lee Cole. I want to say Trevor Lee. That's the wrestler. No, Lee Cole, Tom Cole's brother. He's the one that was basically accusing WWE for sexual assaulting with Pat Patterson and that whole. Basically Patterson was not accused of any acts against Cole, but it was alleged that he knew about the abuse and Patterson allowed it to happen. And then more abuse allegations came out against Patterson himself. And so apparently, the original accuser had committed suicide, Tom Cole himself, and Lee Cole, his brother, started going on a tirade, obviously on social media, saying how, you basically killed my brother, and Vince McMahon, you allowing pedophiles into your business is what ruined my brother's life. And Meltzer was discussing this on Wrestling Observer earlier and said that WWE actually paid the brother $20,000 years ago so that he would move away and kind of keep this quiet. And but after he moved away and disappeared and didn't talk to the media, eventually he started, talking again, and he got more upset. So it just kind of eventually came back out. But still, it's a very sad case altogether. And WWE, they've got a lot going against them, bringing up these old wounds of all the sexual allegations and mishandlings and whatnot. So, especially with the speaking out allegations that just happened a few months ago, it's not a good look for WWE at all to have this brought up now.
No, I mean, it feels like almost everything is the worst timing, like constantly right now. Like somebody gets pregnant, or I don't even think anybody's pregnant. I think that's got to be a joke. I mean, I can't believe it's real.
Apparently, Lacey reported today to management that she is legitimately pregnant.
Wow.
And That's why they're taking her out of the match for Sunday. This is all alleged, grain of salt, but
she was on a push here.
More than Adam Ant is just saying it. This is on Wrestling Inc. It's on, as I said, Ringside News. It's on a few other sites.
She's on a push, man. She's literally working with Ric Flair.
That's why I said, like, talk about terrible timing. WWE has to be pissed.
I mean, she's working with fucking Ric Flair on this major thing, and now that's gone. Now Charlotte's
she's like 3 months along or 2 months along, doesn't realize that she's even that far. Didn't realize she was pregnant, and now she got pregnant before the push happened.
I literally couldn't. I wasn't really even believing this, and now the fact, if you're saying this is real, this is fucking retarded. You're on a fucking push, like you'll never
But this is damaging too, because people unfortunately are stupid. And when she actually walks around with a belly, if she is legitimately pregnant, you're going to have morons out there that think Ric Flair's the father.
Well, but that works out. I mean, like good.
It's just, but
I mean, I'm sure Vince is like, you know what, you're going to have to say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The whole thing is just maddening. It really is, to me, just frustrating. It's a terrible, terrible idea of a push for Lacey. She deserves better. Charlotte deserves better in this. Rick shouldn't be involved in any of these things right now, especially not with the women's division.
Well, now it doesn't
not because
matter.
but he just doesn't work well with the women's division. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. At least not in this context.
Well, now it's all dead on arrival, and Charlotte's gonna have to have a new person to wrestle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And now Asuka's got to get a new opponent, and it'll probably be Charlotte. Charlotte will probably win, and we'll see what happens there. But the whole thing is just, like I said, frustrating.
And what's Lacey gonna do? Be off? Like, just, oh my god, dude! Like Ric Flair's gonna, oh god, he's gonna like go baby shopping with her and like for binkies and be like, and Charlotte can be like, great dad, you're finally gonna be there for one of your kids, like, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're finally gonna be there. It just took you turning 90 to finally
exactly.
be
She
there.
can really cut scathing promos against him. But do we want to see that? Do we really want to see her attack her dad again? I mean, how many times has she done this now? Where she cuts into her father, and I hate you, I never want to see you again. I wish I wasn't.
No, man,
born from you.
fucking Ric Flair should be working with her at this point. Just fucking.
That's what I'm saying. It's stupid to have them at odds with each other, especially over nothing. Like, he tripped her and then got horny over Lacey. It just, I know, he's thinking with his other head, but come on. I don't even think he can get it up at this age. I don't care how much Blue Chew he's blowing bubbles with. It's not happening, Rick.
I don't know, man. I'd like to know that. Get him on a podcast. We could probably find that out. I'm sure he's banging somebody.
Hey, with his heart, who knows?
He was almost.
We'll see if the
thank
doctor
God.
approved it.
You remember when he was sick in the hospital, really bad, and he was almost
yeah,
dead?
it wasn't that long ago.
Thank God he didn't get it during the COVID stuff.
Exactly. That was a thought we had as well. Thankfully, he's not hospitalized. Look at the younger gentleman there that just came out of a coma. Was in a coma, I believe. The details are like something like 10 months. Had no idea what COVID is, but had COVID twice while in a coma.
Really?
Yeah, was in a coma before the pandemic happened. So when they came to, they had no idea what was going on.
Was that the guy that's been in a coma for like 5 years?
I thought it was like 10 months, but maybe
somebody was in a
heard it wrong.
coma for 5 years, and I was like, can you imagine waking up and being like, oh yeah, Tim, Donald Trump's president. There's a pandemic right now. We can't find.
Well, he was president. He's not anymore.
There's no. Well, but I mean,
think about, but tell people like that whole saga and how much you missed. Yeah, how much technology's changed in that short gap too.
I know, but I think this guy woke up like 8 months ago, or 6 months ago. So it would have been like July. So it would have been like, hey, Trump's president. There's a pandemic. There's no toilet paper, and
yeah, you're in the middle of all this crazy shit.
We have no idea what's going on, and you got a social distance, and if you die, your family can't come here, and this is going on.
This guy literally was a younger kid, and he woke up, I believe it was 10 months altogether, and had no idea what the pandemic.
That's crazy.
But he had COVID twice while in a coma, so luckily he survived.
Imagine waking up and then like they're like, oh my God, you've been in a coma for 15 years, and you're like, holy fuck, are you serious? Where are my kids? And they're like, oh, they died in the nuclear war. You're like, oh my God.
They died when the aliens landed.
We're the only ones left. I'm like, well, what are we? Wait a minute. I'm from Massachusetts. What are we in?
Don't go outside without your space helmet. You can't breathe the oxygen out there. It's dangerous now.
They spared Massachusetts? Oh, we're on space station Z85. Like, I don't know. We're in South Africa. No, imagine like we're in South Africa, and you're like, what? I'm from Massachusetts. Yeah, but the only colonies left are in South Africa because the aliens They just don't. For some reason, they don't go anywhere that's over 90 degrees. Like, we don't know why yet, but they don't do it. And it's like
hot climates.
What? They don't have technology that could? No, we don't know. We don't understand it either. We don't know. But they've killed almost everything on the planet. And you're just like, fucking kill me, like fucking put me back.
Put me back in the
Put me
cold
back.
way.
Tell me my kids are alive and that was a joke, and then kill me, and then just forget. Like, just let me go to sleep thinking you were kidding.
You know what that kind of reminds me of, in that dire consequence sense, is The Fog. I think it was the Stephen King movie, that the novel that they turned into a movie not that long ago. The end. It wasn't even a great movie, but the ending of that movie messed me up mentally. I so badly for days. Like, it just stayed weighing heavy on my mind.
I didn't see it, so should I, like, because I'll watch that, but so
I don't want to spoil it then, because it's not it's a decent movie. It's
are you
good, but the
saying
ending
like this is like
very
Requiem for a Dream type shit where I should watch this with somebody? I shouldn't watch it alone. Is that what you're saying?
No. It's basically a fog rolls in and there's monsters in the fog. It's science fiction. There's nothing like real life.
Oh, okay,
that's stressful. Yeah.
I would say that, like,
it's not that kind of like real story emotion, but you get into the characters and everything that happens. It's emotional. The Mist. That's what it was. The Mist.
The
not
Mist.
The fog.
There
the
you
Mist.
go. Okay.
There we go.
I remember seeing the commercials and I just didn't. Oh, you just reminded me. The Five Nights at Freddy's style movie with Nicolas Cage is out. Oh my God, I'm gonna go watch that.
Oh my!
That's what I'm watching. We gotta review that. We gotta review that.
Oh, we should review that. That's
dude. That's out. Fucking guys. If you have not seen this, it's Five Nights at Freddy's, completely a ripoff, and Nicolas Cage is like the main guy, and he's gonna kick these fucking things asses.
And perhaps I'm understating. Like, the movie is really good. It's not one of my all-time favorites. I just don't want to like oversell it for The Mist. But if you do watch it, you really will like it. I believe it's up your alley.
Yeah, just Requiem for a Dream and Requiem for a Dream and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Both of those movies, I cry and I start becoming.
It's not like, just agreeing with you, but if you go on my Facebook, it says right now, you can look at my favorite movies. That, A Home at the End of the World, with Colin Farrell, that's another one that's really emotional. But Eternal Sunshine and Requiem are two of my favorites on there.
Oh my God, dude! Eternal Sunshine's a rough one.
I saw right as I went through like a bad breakup. So it's
same thing,
just stays with you. That's why.
Same thing. But even though I'm with a wife and I have not even worried or whatever, watching that movie, just thinking about somebody like loving someone and them just erasing them like that is fucking sad. Like, I can't even deal with it. Like, it's
in that much pain to want to forget them forever.
And the drugs stuff that happens to everybody at the end of Requiem for a Dream is like, holy fuck, dude. Somebody said, so if you ever want to teach your kids about like don't do drugs, Requiem for a Dream. If you ever want to teach your kids about what can happen in relationships, like Eternal Sunshine, like the worst thing. If you ever want to teach your kids, oh God, what's the movie that Tupac was in? Somebody in the chat, what's that movie Tupac was in way back in the day? He like fucking killed it in the movie. If you ever want to teach your kid about peer pressure and drugs or peer pressure, like think Marty McFly in Back to the Future 2 when they're like, are you in or out? That's a good movie too for it, but it's more lighter. But there's a real like serious Tupac movie where it's like, oh fuck, like that's kind of like the Marty McFly thing, like, are you in or out? And Marty McFly is like, yo, I'm in, and then he fucks up his life, but then they go back in time and he's got to be like, yo, I'm not in, Griff, you fucking weirdo. So it's the same sort of thing, but it's like the whole movie is that. So I forget what Tupac movie that is, but there's a movie for all these things. And then one last preaching movie moment for me is American History X is definitely the movie that will make you be like,
I mean that's a
like, if you ever want to be like
Juice. Everybody in the chat, Juice. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't remember the name. Juice. Thank you guys.
Thank you. And so that's
a few people in the chat already agree. The Mist, the ending really fucked them up too. So 2020 Survivor said the Mist ending, great name by the way, messed me up so bad. Yeah, go watch it. The Mist, it's worth watching. The ending messed me up too. We'll talk about it next time we reconvene, and then we'll continue with our
right.
wrestling review.
Himmel God is in the chat giving the fucking answers. Yeah, I have my fucking hip is blown up, but I'll be okay, everybody. Everybody's asking.
Your poor back.
I fucking waffled myself, bro. I'm a bitch, dude. I fucking hurt myself.
When I heard it in the beginning of the stream, I was like, holy Jesus, I couldn't believe you were doing the show. I know how much that hurts. It's awful.
No, I mean, it's just like...
You landed well. Thankfully, you're agile in the air, but still hurts like hell.
Yeah. It's
It's painful.
It was just, yeah, dude, that fucking solid wood, when I landed on it, like, I was like,
You become
damn, man, that hurt.
a shit bomb.
I'm fucked up, Botch Club.
Yo, my guys. The Tag Team YouTube Podcast Champions.
It is Juice, by the way.
I pay for this to play my latest post. You won't get flagged, trust me.
If it's got WWE in it, I can't play it. I swear to God, I can't play it. I can't play that. I can't, Botch Club. I love you, but I can't. I literally can't play. I will get flagged. I can't believe he says, like, you won't get flagged. Like, you know.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about
it. You won't get flagged. Yes, I will. They fucking, like, did it on the last. They did it to a bunch of my videos, and all of the videos were the Botch Club thing. And even there's one of the donos I can't even play. I spoke to the lawyers and talked to them, and they were like, yeah. So I don't want to have to deal with the video going down. I really can't. I can't play it. I can play the audio.
Can't have that.
That's beautiful.
But to find out what Botch Club is talking about, go to Botch Club's channel on Instagram, baby. Go check it out. But I'm serious. They're coming down on people.
Did you ever see the movie The United States of Leland?
No.
That's another one that came out early 2000s, and that is excellent. It's about a school-age boy that ends up committing a pretty shocking murder. I don't want to go into all the details, and it's about, like, you know, his time in prison and how he tries to cope and everything he struggles through. It's an excellent watch. So if you're looking for something else that's pretty true to life and moving, and you want something to really give you to think about, you know, it's a little bit of soul searching, that's a good one.
Bro, is Nia Jax following you guys? Botch Club? It looks like Nia Jax, Stone Cold are following you.
Yeah, he had a few different wrestlers interacting with him. So
you guys got to go follow Botch Club, man. Go check out their videos. I can't play them, but you got to watch. There's so much shit, dude. They memed the fucking Tony Storm desk breaking. That's funny. Please go check them out. They're great supporters of the show. That guy is a fucking beast, man. And you gotta check it out, man. They're fucking, like, they're fire.
Always great stuff.
They are fucking fire, brother. I'm gonna go watch those. I wish I could play them. I used to play them, but it's just like now
I know
I
just
get hit.
get literally taken by every bit of it. So
the
do you see what police officers are doing now?
No.
When they see people recording them or streaming them live, they've been instructed to blare copyrighted music.
What?
So this way, the stream will get DMCA'd. Like if they're on Twitch or, you know, to get to YouTube, it'll get taken down. So basically, police's way of, like, combating people streaming and whatnot is they're blaring Santeria and you know, different copyrighted music that gets their stuff flagged and taken down.
I mean, I got a way to.
It started in Los Angeles in their police department there, and it's kind of taken on. I've seen it, you know, recreated elsewhere, but definitely started there, and it's pretty funny in one sense. But, you know, you want to be able to film the police, but I'm sure they don't want to deal with, you know, the real obnoxious assholes streaming, dealing with them all day either. So this is a way to combat that. So
wow, I mean, I would just, I could. There's a way to edit that out. I mean, I could fix that.
But the way it is now, certain streams are just getting pulled down while live due to DMCA takedowns.
Wow.
So you're live streaming and then you're just taken down because of the DMCA.
That's crazy, fucking weird shit.
Yep. So,
because everyone, I mean, listen, you have a right to record the police, but if you're just going up to the police, like, in their face and being a dumb cunt, like, that's stupid. But if you have the right to record them, you know what I mean? As long as you're not within, like, their fucking little range of what their arrest or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, someone in the chat, I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I wouldn't even butcher it. They are doing this in Greece also as well, he agrees. So, yeah,
wow.
It's been pretty common.
So now you're going to have to get an air horn.
Yeah, I mean, you know, essentially what they're doing, though, is that I haven't seen them do it to just normal people filming situations. It's been to the obnoxious assholes. Not to say that, you know, officers couldn't abuse this. Anybody could have, you know, but essentially that's what they're doing to combat the asshole streamers. And I've seen people do it to prank streamers, too, and I think that's pretty funny. You know, the people that go around and
prank streamers are annoying. Prank streamers are annoying, you know.
People trying to get a rise out of, you know, people on a bus with the text-to-speech donations and whatnot. I saw somebody just go over and sit next to him and continually blast music, and they got their stream taken down. That was kind of funny. because they're being a nuisance on public transport. People are just trying to get to work, and you got to
and if you fucking blared an air horn, they could arrest you for that, for like noise pollution or something, or for noise.
Some decibel level, yeah.
I don't know, but it's weird because they won't do that, but then in Portland they'll just let them burn the police station down. So I don't even nothing makes sense anymore. But yeah. New Yorker from Hell. We do have another show where we talk about this. It's on the Patreon, brother.
We're kind of all over the place, but
yeah, we pretty much cleaned out WWE talk, so we're just
WWE. They have to be out of the Thunderdome by April 5th. We didn't get to mention this the other day with No Out of Nowhere, and we will have some extra content this week. Joe and I will have the Jake and Joe podcast going up on Patreon. Also going to be when it gets to 300 patrons. Like I said, I'll start with my podcast to be brought on to Joe's show as well. So that'll be fun. Give us something to work on. But CBS Sports lists the first game at Tropicana Field April 9th. So WWE's last Raw would have to be April 5th. And WrestleMania is Saturday, April 10th and April 11th. So they'd be able to get their last week in the Thunderdome, go to Mania. So that really works out perfect for them, really. I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better. They get their go-home show in the Thunderdome, and then they get to go ahead and from there transition into Mania. So then they could do everything else right from the stadium, Raymond James Stadium.
Wow.
So essentially they lucked out there. What they're doing afterwards, they haven't said yet. Secondary market is filled with tickets, but I think those are just like scalp pre-sale tickets because we haven't seen any legitimate WrestleMania tickets on sale yet. At least I haven't. I've seen no ticket information available at all. I've been checking pretty regularly for a lot of people, so. And the last bit of news we were going to talk about the other day is Cody Rhodes. He actually brought up the idea that I pitched as a joke. He said, WWE and AEW, there could be a crossover one day. There's a lot of potential there. And, it's kind of like a territory deal. He said if Eric Graham and Vince McMahon Sr. traded people all the time and made that work, I don't know why we couldn't either, basically is the gist of his quote. So
they may have to nowadays.
Get stale and we can keep it fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'll do that. I mean,
I don't think WWE would ever go for it.
Triple H might do that.
That would be great for both sides. We know it would be. Vince wouldn't see it that way, but that's a Triple H mindset. I know Triple H views competition as a good thing, as where Vince views like you have to crush everybody.
Also, the excitement of doing this like crazy crossover
would bring in all new fans, being like, "Oh my god, you're bringing in your comp." Like,
I'm still gonna say no though, because you know what? All it does is put eyes on the other guy. And not you at all. It doesn't help you
I'm
at all.
not so sure. I think that there's a good chunk of people that are watching AEW that aren't watching WWE anymore. And this would also, I think, interest fans that haven't watched in quite some time because it would be such a huge spectacle.
Really?
Yeah, I think it would work for WWE just as much as it would for AEW.
I just hate crossovers, so I don't care either way.
Well, yeah, because none of them have been good. That's the problem. Even this Impact thing that's going on now is starting to really fall kind of to the wayside a little bit with me, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I like the Good Brothers, no doubt, but obviously, they're still the tag champs. Private Party didn't win, so they still have a chance. They didn't really get taken out, but we could see what happens going forward, and it's not thrilling yet. Apparently Okada's coming. Great. But that I don't think does a big deal for AEW really. It'll be exciting for the fans that already know about him and like this thing, but I don't think it's going to get any people that aren't watching wrestling to tune in. Where there might be people that tune in to know that, oh my God, Chris Jericho is coming back to WWE after, what has it been, 5-6 years at this time? 5 years? And that would be, so there you go. He said, I definitely stopped watching WWE, only watch AEW. OMT said. A lot of people, I think, are agreeing with that sentiment. I think it would be huge for both sides, honestly.
Yeah, and I think that the build-up shouldn't be too long either. If Okada comes in and they do Jericho Okada, it's like I feel like, come in, announce the thing, promote it.
Yeah, I would want to see them have Okada face anybody else besides Jericho at this point. We've seen that, and it's like, get us stuff that we haven't seen. There's dream match scenarios up the wazoo with
Cody or somebody
roster.
Or Cody and Okada.
Yeah, do give us the. You got sad part is Cody's injured right now.
Yeah,
You know, his shoulder's messed up. It's not a severe injury, but it definitely puts the Shaq match in jeopardy because Cody was the only true veteran there, the only one with full ring experience. Red Velvet is still green. We don't know about Jade's ability. And Shaq, I don't really think he's a wrestler, so never mind what training he's had.
Shaq be in the corner of Jade as she takes on Red Velvet, and then, you know, maybe Cody shows up with a chair and has to hit Shaq in the head or something. I don't know.
Yeah, see, but what I'm saying is if Cody's injured, he can't bump and jump and
can't swing a chair though. Swing
like
a chair.
A bastard. So
swing a chair.
But that's all we get for the match is the chair swing, and that's it. That's
yeah, it's Jade versus Black Velvet or Red Velvet.
Hopefully they can pull it off.
I mean, it's rough, dude. The whole thing.
That's what I'm saying, because we don't know.
What a mess. I mean, that thing. I mean, that's another thing that's just like the
Why
Lacey
would you
Evans.
have Cody wrestle in a dangerous spot like that?
He's not gonna wrestle. He's just gonna run out with a chair and hit somebody. Like, you know, like Shaq
He'll wrestle still because that's who he is, but he'll end up hurting himself more.
He doesn't have to do much, to be honest. Like, I just don't think he has to do much.
He would have had to do a lot initially, but now if he's injured, they're going to have to revise it.
They're going to just have to the women are going to have to carry it. You know,
they're capable.
Or, you know, or just
Okada
have the
and
women.
Cody already happened, now Okada and Jericho? Okay, all right. Well,
yeah,
still,
Okada and Cody happened, fuck, I don't know, before Jericho happened.
Yeah.
I believe.
I can't keep up.
Yeah, no, it was Cody was in Bullet Club, I think.
But there's a ton of, you know, new matches that we can get, and I think it would be fully entertaining. Give us something, because Jericho being the main one for them to come face doesn't really interest me at this point because he's not in the best ring shape, sadly, and he's still doing well, but I feel like there's other people that would really deliver a great match over Jericho at this point.
Yeah, you're right.
He's certainly the biggest name, but
he is starting to kind of come crashing down a little bit there.
Yeah. I mean, it's already being reported that the Chamber is going to feature likely 0 title changes. If we do have a title change, it would be the U.S. title. And it's Monday. They obviously haven't even finished writing the whole thing, but this is just going off of the betting website. They're betting higher on Lashley there. They have no titles changing on the Vegas odds.
You know, Nick,
that'll change in a few days.
Nick Aldis coming in Mustafa, that would be kind of cool. I mean, I don't like Mr. Nick Aldis blocked me because I called him boring, but which proves he watched the show. But I don't know why. I don't know why he was watching me, but no, yeah, Nick could come in.
The NWA title against the AEW title would be interesting. They brought in the NWA champion for the women's side with Thunder Rosa having it now, Deeb. So why not let Aldis come in and fight?
Yeah, man. But listen, I think my pain is starting to kick in, so I'm going to go take ibuprofen and pass out because my thigh is blowing up even bigger, and I'm going to go ice myself and pass out with this.
You need to
injury.
relax. What did you give Raw? I'm sorry, I don't remember your.
Well, I go 3 out of 10, like you said.
All
it
right.
was
and the last thing, they're not getting rid of Lacey Evans. Apparently, according to Ringside News, is reporting that they're keeping her on TV to continue the feud with Charlotte, but they have to think outside the box because she can't wrestle. So the way everybody's reporting this, it seems like she's legitimately pregnant.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, I'm still not buying the Sammy Guevara story either with Impact.
No.
The more details we hear about that, it seems fishy.
I can't even believe anybody. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but I can't believe anybody's buying it. Like, it's got to be. It's obviously that they're. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but it seems pretty set up to me. Then I mean, they didn't say anything when he said he was going to rape Sasha. Really. Now they're all mad at this.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like that was they didn't say anything then really from the company side. They just gave a formal release and PR statement. That was it.
Yeah. So this is bullshit. But I like it though. Funny stuff. It's got everybody talking, I guess. Good night, everybody. Listen, thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll see you tomorrow. Lots of stuff going on. Shout out to the 2 top ones, Shell and D. Welsh. Thank you guys for her. Good thing I told that joke in the comments before the show started, or that might not have happened, right? Good God, if you don't ask for it, you don't get it. That's a sales thing, huh? Shell and D. Welsh matching each other's 50s. Thank you guys. And if you guys are in the chat, you like the show, right? Of course you do. You like the show, you like the content, you like the stuff we do. You're going to like the 30 hours of bonus content on Patreon, right? So you're going to sign up on Patreon tonight, right? And get all the bonus content. See you there, right? See you there. Why wouldn't you be over there? See you tomorrow, guys. More information. Unless I die in my sleep of a blood clot, we'll see you tomorrow.
Throwdown.
Tomorrow night is Throwdown. It returns on Corrupted Nation. Throwdown. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.